Sammy boy, my
My
man.
man Poscal.
How you doing today?
Not too bad considering the morning I've had.
Oh yeah? Have you had a tough morning?
Yeah, it's been early morning was tough. 3 a.m. I've been up since.
3 a.m.
Been up with the little boy. 3 a.m. Yeah. Zachariah.
Zaki boy.
Yeah. He decided. Well, he woke up first at 12:30 a.m. and then I got him down quite easily, and then he woke up again at 3 a.m. And it took 2 hours to get him down. I didn't get him down until 5 a.m. He finally fell asleep after 2 hours of arguing and him wanting to come out of his cot, throwing all of his toys out of his cot. Well, his teddies. He threw his teddies out of his cot. He threw his pillow out of his cot. He threw his blankets out of his cot. And eventually he was so overtired after 2 hours of us going at it. I say going at it, but you know what I mean. And then he passed out from exhaustion at about 5:05. And then I was like, well, I may as well get the day started.
And you were getting your steps in, I saw.
I was getting my steps in, yeah, man, as I do. So it's 5:05. I was like, right, I'm going to get up. So, get up. I was already up. I was like, right, I'm just going to go downstairs and, got on the treadmill and started getting my steps in and got to work. And I've been awake ever since.
My man. Mine's not been too bad, to be honest. The boy is a little bit unwell, but he's getting up throughout the night. But you know me, I sleep deep, so it doesn't really affect me.
Absolutely, yeah, that's a good skill of yours, I must admit.
As Jody gives me some dagger eyes as I say that. But yeah, I was still up relatively early, doing my morning sessions with clients from 6 a.m. But yeah, all good.
Yeah, bro, it's a bit of a mad one. I mean, I'm 50-50 whether I should have a nap or not, because obviously it's nearly midday now. So I'm kind of thinking, should I have a nap? Am I going to crash? Shall I just kind of push through? I'm leaning on the side of pushing through.
Yeah, I mean, just have an early night tonight. Do you know what's really what I do, what I've started doing? And this is creatine. Have you heard the latest
No.
research on creatine and sleep
No,
deprivation?
tell me.
So high dosage of creatine when sleep deprived actually helps to reduce the negative effects of lack of sleep for cognitive abilities. That's what I do. When you have a bad night, just literally double your dose, like up to 20 grams, 15 to 20 grams. Yeah, and it just helps to kill off those negative effects, basically.
Mate, that's an absolute winner. I'm going to give that a go. But obviously, so I've already had my creatine this morning because I have it with my breakfast.
Yeah, but how much did you have?
Just a scoop. Just one scoop.
What's that,
Yeah,
5 grams?
5 grams, yeah.
Mate, have another 2 scoops
So
today.
2 scoops. So let's say I have 2 scoops now, or in 10 minutes or whatever. Good to go.
Yeah, mate. Let's get some research up. I'm gonna get some studies out.
Get some studies out, man. Show me the proof.
Yeah, I'll show you the proof in the pudding. Creatine, sleep deprivation, case studies and research.
He made himself a tea, Sam. He always said he doesn't just make himself a drink.
Okay, obviously this is just Google AI overview. Research widely indicates that creatine supplementation can reduce the negative cognitive and physiological effects of sleep deprivation, particularly for tasks requiring high mental energy, processing speed, and working memory. These effects are more pronounced when the brain is under metabolic stress. There you go. But yeah, there's a whole load of studies here. 2024 trial published. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll link them up to this video.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
You can have a look.
That's an absolute winner. I mean, obviously, we both got super young kids, right? So that could be a potential game changer.
Game changer, and this is for all parents out there. I think that can truly benefit from that. Or people that do, and another one who I've been recommending for clients that do night shifts, people that do crazy nighttime routines. I always recommend high dosage of creatine, basically.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, obviously, we work with some doctors, surgeons as well. I bet. Have you recommended it to? Yeah.
Yeah, Sarah,
Anu as well. Anu's a surgeon.
Anu, she is a surgeon. I actually haven't recommended it to her, but I'll
Anu's
talk
a
about
trauma
it.
surgeon.
You know,
I mean, she must be working crazy hours.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, Sammy, mate, how are you getting on with your own fitness goals and stuff? What are your goals looking like at the moment?
Yeah, I'm getting on pretty well, to be fair. I mean, obviously, we did a little side project, didn't we, Oscar, where we got our lads, our close friends to do a group program, a group online program, which we
Yes,
hadn't done before. Obviously, usually we do one-to-one, but we got the lads together and we did a group program for them, kind of from autumn,
which is still going.
which
It's
is
ongoing.
ongoing, and they're all doing a great job. We've got Oscar's lads, and then we've got my lads as well. And yeah, it's a great group because obviously they're all holding each other accountable. It's a bit of fun as well. There's banter going back and forward, and there's a prize for the winner for the best transformation. But on the side of that, I haven't actually told any of them, but they might if they see this. I'm kind of doing it myself as well because I was like, well, if the lads are going to do it, then I'm going to do it as well. So I've obviously I wasn't overweight or anything like that, but definitely since having Zachariah, so obviously Zachariah is nearly 3 now, but I definitely put on a few dad pounds. 100%. Like I had,
Did
yeah,
you?
I did. I know you know, you won't believe that, but I had like some love handles that I've never had before, and a few, a little bit of the lower belly. I'm naturally quite lean anyway, but I definitely had it. You know, all my clothes, I could feel it on my clothes. So I was like, I want to lose a bit of body fat as well. So I've been doing it on the side. And yeah, I've lost since it started. I've lost maybe 4 kgs, so maybe nine, yeah,
Nice.
9 pounds.
So what's it been? 2 months now,
Yeah, it's
hasn't
been
it?
like 8 weeks. Yeah.
September. September was when we
Exactly,
started.
exactly.
Yeah.
But so that's going pretty well. But the biggest game changer actually was recently. Obviously, we now do blood work. So I got my
Yes.
bloods checked, and that was quite eye-opening for me actually to find out my results because obviously I was kind of, I'm quite extreme in terms of my
Mm.
week. I'm really, really good 6 days a week. And then, I have my cheat day, which is a sustainable way for me personally to do it. But, man, I was like, oh, yeah,
Yeah, you've been doing that. You've been doing
I
that for
do that for
years, haven't
years,
you?
and it works for me. Kind of 6 days super clean and then one day just doing whatever I want and going pretty on track.
You fast as
I
well, do you
fast
not?
on that day as
You
well,
fast
and
as
I
well?
fast the next day. But anyway, so I got my bloods done, and yeah, came back, and I was quite shocked really to see I wasn't quite as healthy as I thought I was. My method wasn't quite as healthy, although like I'm in good shape externally. Internally, I wasn't quite as healthy as perhaps I was under the impression. Everything was fine except cortisol was high, which I half expected because I can be quite a stressy guy anyway, and I do things quite intensely. But then my LDL, which is your bad cholesterol, was not crazy high, but just over where they want. And obviously that was a shock because I was like, what? Obviously I'm a fitness guy. I try and prioritize my health so much. And to see that was over the top was very interesting.
And was that it?
That everything else was
Any
fine.
other things? It was
It
just
was
those
just
two.
those two.
It was just
Everything
those
else
two.
was in a normal range. But then obviously digging in deeper and then doing the research about why my numbers were like that, it was so interesting because because of the way that I do things about being super clean 6 days and then off track one day. And my super clean is pretty clean, for people listening. Like, I'm like Oscar. It's really good. But
Too
too
good.
good, exactly. It's too good because what I was doing, I was making my body have
Too
to
good,
work
mate.
really hard from that sudden change of the cheat day to then the non-cheat days and the fasting, and my body was having to work too hard. So it was producing more
Yeah.
cholesterol, basically. And then obviously
Yeah.
I trained
Yeah.
quite hard as well. So I was putting the body under stress. So since then, obviously, we had a chat about it as well. And I've made some changes and I've been fueling my body better. I haven't been fasting quite so long because, again, I can go so extreme, right? So I will fast for like 18, 19, 20 hours. And I'm like, how far can I take it? But it's not, you know, I'm putting too much stress on the body when I do that.
Yeah. Yeah. You're trying to reduce the contrast
Yeah, exactly.
from one and the other.
Exactly. So, and since I've made those changes, I'm noticing better results in my performance during workouts, but actually physically as well, I'm looking even better. The
Yeah.
body is responding in
Yeah.
a
You
much
will
better
do.
way.
Body responds so much better.
Absolutely. So it's even interesting. I mean, I recommend anybody to get their bloods done if they can, just so they can kind of see what health markers they can improve on. But even someone like me, who I was under the impression, I must be so healthy, even I
Yeah.
could make
Yeah.
improvements.
But it's so classic, Sam, because obviously we did these personality tests, right?
We did, yeah.
And yours obviously is under that kind of like high achiever trait. What was it? Just remind me. I can't actually
Achiever,
remember. I
that's what
know it
it's
was
called.
something along those
Achiever,
lines.
yeah.
It was high, yeah, high achiever.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And yeah, it was just all about that kind of you will push to the limits and you do everything. Yeah, you're in that category of like doing too much,
Yeah.
basically, and obviously kind of like yeah, trying to kind of recover better and train smarter. That's probably where you're at, aren't you?
Absolutely. And it's but I could only have seen that with the deeper insight, which is why it's so interesting. Because in my mind,
Mm.
I was like, well, yeah, I mean, I'm fine. You know, I'm eating really, really healthy for 90% of the time and I'm training really hard. Like, how can I not be? But then you get that deeper insight, and then all of a sudden it's like, actually, you need to be looking after the body in a much better way. You know, it's so interesting.
Yeah, it's funny because obviously we do on the lads group we do these polls, right? How many sessions did you smash the week before? And you were consistently hitting like yeah 6, 6, 6, and I think this last week I saw 4,
I never do 6. It's always 5. I always know I
5
always know
then
I need at
5.
least 2
Okay,
rest days. But yeah, always 5. To be fair, mate, I will still probably do 5. I'm not gonna lie. But I did 4 last week. But that was actually because I was looking after. My Sunday. I was all day with Zachariah because Sheena was out.
yeah. So what changes have you made then? Since what are the changes that you
So the
made?
changes that I've made, I think the biggest change is there's two. The first one is actually more regular eating throughout the day. So before, what I would do, I would
Mm,
fast as long as I could, whether that's until lunchtime, 1, 2, 3, 4 p.m. Fast as long as I could, and then I would have, you know, two meals in the day, quite big meals as well, because you know me, like I do. Although I'm really good, I do like to feel full, and I have a big appetite. So I would just have 2 meals. So that's what I did before. But now what I'm doing is I'm doing a maximum 11, 12 hour fast, and then I have a good sized breakfast, you know, 7, 8 a.m. And then I'll eat again at 12, and then I'll eat again at 3, and then I'll eat again at 6. You know, so I'm going from 2 huge meals to 4 pretty normal size meals. But what that is doing is it's
okay.
regulating my cortisol, and it's not making my body have to work so hard and produce cholesterol. And because of my training as
Mm.
well, I'm getting regular fuel throughout the day. You know, I'm a very
So yeah, so it's matching your training because so your training is still
my
the
training is
same.
still the
Would you
same.
say?
My training is still the same.
So it's just more how you're
It's
fueling
more
yourself
how I'm
then.
fueling myself. Exactly. It's more how I'm fueling myself. But then again, and then my cheat day now, I would say, is probably not even as crazy because again, I'm more aware, right? I don't want my body to work so hard on the cheat day. So rather than just completely blasting and going crazy, I'm being more measured. But it's so interesting, right?
Yeah.
Because that's all a mindset. Because now I'm aware of the health impacts. If you're not aware of it, you're guessing, right? So, you know, you just kind of go about it
Mm-hmm.
as you might do. But now that I'm aware of the cholesterol, now that I'm aware of the cortisol, I'm actually, you know, I'm making much better decisions on the cheat day as well. I'll still have a takeaway or eat at a restaurant on a Saturday night to keep myself sane. But before that, I'm much better. It's so interesting, isn't it? How becoming aware makes such a big difference in your behavior.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And how are you finding fitting it all in with you're doing 4 sessions with like you know with Zachy boy running around and stuff like how are you managing it
Five
all?
sessions most of the time, brother.
5 sessions.
Just for everybody listening, like you don't need to do 5 workouts. Like I do, I kind of go between, depending on how my week goes, I do 4 or 5. But that's just because I love doing exercise. I love training. I love doing exercise. You don't need to do that, especially, you know, I'm 33, like that's okay. But if you're like 40
Yeah.
plus, 50 plus, you don't need to do 4 or 5. Like 3 is fine. 2 and 3 is fine as long as your nutrition is good and your steps, etc.
And the intent and obviously I think the training is still good with good intensity,
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
And when I say intensity, I think people get confused as well. It's like we're not talking about intensity of the whole workout, like CrossFit style intensity. I just mean intensity within the set or the exercise that you're doing in the moment in time. So if you're doing a squat, pure focus, good intensity, and then allowing rest. If it's doing a superset or circuit's fine. But the intensity, the intention of each move is so important.
Absolutely. It's crucial. Form obviously comes into that. But yeah, no, 100%. So what was your question? How am I fitting it?
What was my
How am
question?
how am I fitting 4 to
How you
5?
fitting it all in, mate? I'm struggling to get 2
Yeah,
sessions
but
a
you
week.
got 3 kids. Oscar's got 3 kids. I've only got 1, mate. I've got another one on the way, obviously, but I've only got 1, so it's fine with 1. It's like he's at nursery 2 times a week, so those days are easy. And then the other days, fortunately, my wife Sheena, she's a personal trainer, so her hours are flexible. So she she works early mornings and then in the evening, maybe a session or 2 in the day. But so what that means is she's with Zach. So I'm very lucky, basically. Zachariah's either at nursery or Sheena's with him in the day, which means that I take care of him at night and in the morning, but in the day I'll go because because it's easy, because he's being looked after. Things will change when the second one's here, which is only a few months away now.
Yes.
Things will change.
Yes.
But we'll figure it out as we do, Oscar.
We'll figure it out, mate. We'll figure it out.
Whether I have to just train at home. Obviously, I go to the gym at the moment. Maybe I do home workouts. Maybe I have to cut down to 2 or 3. Who knows?
Build a gym, mate, in the back of the garden.
Yeah, that's on the list, 100%. But yeah, man, I will figure it out and I'll make sure I get my workouts in.
I tell you what I'm doing at the moment. I've literally just got 2 50-pound kettlebells, and I've got them by the fridge. And every time I go to the fridge now, it's like my thing. I do 20 gorilla rows.
20.
Do 10 on each arm, gorilla rows. I do 5 presses on each arm, and then I do 3 squats, and that's it.
Okay.
And I just do that throughout the day. So you end up doing about, probably do like 10 sets or 15 sets or 20 sets. But what's interesting is, like, I call this the farmer's protocol, right? So, like farmers, they're like proper strong. And that's because they just do lifts throughout the day, all day, but with enough gaps that you fully recover. So so your strength, is really improved. Body composition, obviously that's down to nutrition, but in terms of strength and how you feel is very much so maintain, or if anything, improve. So when I go to the gym, I can still do the same lifts. How often do I make the gym now? When I go, it's probably once a month. When I go to the gym, it's more to play sports. I don't uprise. But when I do go to the gym, all my lifts are there just because I'm doing that sort of training.
Absolutely. Well, the thing is, you're still getting the volume in per day.
Yeah, the volume is there,
right?
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing, it's broken up, but you're still getting the reps. You're still getting the reps over throughout the day. You'll probably do. I mean, anything fridge related. People are always at the fridge.
I think I've done about, what is it? It's midday now. I've done about 4 to 5 sets. I'm not even counting them. I'm just letting it organically
There we
happen.
go, man. There we go. So
I did my first one was at 6 a.m. That was my first set before my session. And then I did one after the session. Then one after, once I dropped the kids off school. I don't know. Again, I'm not counting them. I'm just letting it happen.
But that's the thing, mate. Like, and that's such a classic. You're finding a way, with all the mad.
Yeah, that's another.
The
Yeah,
kids
exactly.
And working, you're still finding a way to get it in. Have you got a client right now?
Yes, I've got to go.
Yes, of course you do.
Right, Sammy boy.
All right, brother.
I'll speak to you later.
Have a good one, man. Talk to you in a bit.
Speak soon.